Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another great day here on Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nicole Neiman, and we are so happy you could join us. We've got a lot to cover, but first, let's set you up with a quick sneak peek. If you are looking for a fun way to explore the neighborhood with the kids, a massive game of hide and seek is underway in Little Rock. The team from Wordsworth Book has cooked up something exciting, and co-owner Lynn Phillips joins us later to share how your family can hunt for Waldo inside more than 25 local shops all month long. And from one iconic character to the next, the Royal Theatre in Benton is previewing their upcoming run of Cinderella Youth Edition. The young cast and crew joins us later to dish on the production, as well as a special royal tea party in celebration of the show. We'll also dive into the small habits that might be driving your partner absolutely crazy. Relationship counselor Charlie Simpson is dropping by to break down common relationship pet peeves and how to handle them before they cause real tension at home. Plus, we're talking all things fresh and floral with Chris Norwood, who's joining us here shortly with a new arrangement full of summer blooms. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Arkansas Style starts right now. Welcome in, everyone. Again, we are so glad you could join us this afternoon. Now, of course, we love all the oranges and reds of fall, but there's nothing quite like the colors of spring and summer to really bring a space to life. So Chris Norwood, co-owner and head designer for Norwood Floral Day Company, is here today to help us brighten and lighten the studio with some of the fresh blooms you can find in their current summer arrangements. Chris, great to see you.
You too. I was in the shot earlier, apparently, so I had to sneak back out again.
Oopsie, TV.
Oops. So we're going to work with some sunflowers because we're getting into midsummer now, believe it or not. Man, July 4th, and it just blows through after that, right?
And what do we have to look forward to now? I'm kind of bummed out.
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Oh, don't mention the C word.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a dirty word.
Halloween.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
So let's get started. You're going to work with some blue hydrangeas, which look great with your dress. We're going to do some sunflowers. We're going to do some Viking palms, which are actually, these are little bitty daisies, but they're called a micro daisy. Look how small they are, but look how sweet they are too. They're
I just like the way you say macro.
Macro. Well, where are we, right? So anyway, so this is called grevillea. So that's going to be your base if you want to go ahead and do a little bit of greenery to hold it up a little bit.
Oh, and
better.
I see a hint of purple
we got a little bit of purple.
Oh.
That's right. We're going to do some anemones.
Okay, all right.
Just a few here
all right,
and there.
I'm going to try and change it up on you, Chris. I
you're
always go
not.
for the same jam.
No, you're not.
And let's see if I can do something different today.
What, tall?
I'm going to hide behind it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, poor USA, they got beat.
Hey, they did better than they've done before, so you have to take the good with the bad. Exactly.
I know.
So anyway.
I still haven't seen any pictures of Taylor Swift in her wedding gown. Have you?
Well, they got to sell that to the highest bidder, so we'll
Isn't that the truth? Honestly, they print money over there, those two.
Exactly.
Like they need it.
Well, maybe they'll donate it to somebody else when they get it. So anyway,
yeah.
So we're going to do a couple sunflowers. So our
I'm
focal
still working
flowers.
on the greenery.
Time is money here. We got to hurry up because we only got a couple seconds. So anyway, so we're going to do a couple sunflowers and a couple hydrangeas, and that's going to give us our focal point.
Oh, wow. See? All right. Wow, you're way ahead of me. Holy cow. Okay.
That's all right.
All right.
That's all right.
All right.
And then we're going to, oh, that was my stem hitting the floor. Now we're going to go back with our little micro palms, and they're going to like kind of dance above or just kind of float above everything else. Now here's the trick with this. Now look, see how many stems are on there? See how they're on the bottom? Yeah. What you want to do is to cut that right in there, and that's going to give you 2 stems.
Hey, look at that.
So that'll give you a little bit of height.
I love the proteins.
And then you would take this smaller one and tuck it to the bottom. That's going to give you a little bit of depth.
You know what I'm loving about this arrangement already is the textures.
We got them.
Right?
We have so much new stuff coming in too, as far as fresh flowers tomorrow. They'll be in. We get them in normally on Saturdays, and we get fresh flowers in normally on Wednesday morning.
Okay.
Our trucks drop off in the middle of the night on Tuesday nights normally.
Oh my, okay.
Yep. So.
Let's brag on you just a little bit, because before we started taping the show, you know, we've got some guests in here who have shopped with you, and I just mentioned, you know, of course, that I shop with you as well.
Yeah.
The longevity that we get from the floral arrangements that we get at Norwood Day, I mean, is unmatched.
Well, here's
truly.
the deal. We're never going to be perfect. So if you ever get flowers from Norwood Day and they don't last as long as you think they are, just give us a call. We're going to fix it. We're going to give you more and make sure that you feel like you got your value out of it. So, because we're not perfect, and sometimes there's problems with transportation. There's sometimes problems with the farm they don't know about. You know, they get a heat snap or a hailstorm or whatever. Sometimes it just makes the flowers not last as long.
Well,
so.
I mean, specifically speaking, I mentioned that I had bought an orchid, you know, from you, okay? I mean, there's nothing different and unique about an orchid except for when you go to Norwood Day Floral. And let me tell you the difference. First of all, the height of the orchid was sky high.
Right.
So uncommon to be able to find that. The blooms on it, it's full of blooms. And it lasts forever. I'm telling you, the quality is just unmatched.
Well, I'm glad it lasted. Anyways,
it's still going strong, believe me.
Well,
I check in on it every once in a while.
Plants and flowers are like food. You know, you go into the grocery store and you buy like different grades of meat, like a premium grade or, you know, different counts. Flowers are graded the same way. So we always try to buy the premium, top of the line grades on even our plants. We don't do, there's all, like on orchids, they're kind of like a poinsettia now. You can find them anywhere, but you don't always find the premium grade ones. And that's the only ones that we carry. And
that's the truth. And it was a gift that I was giving. And when you're giving a gift of a floral arrangement, you know, you want it to make an impression.
Absolutely.
And boy, I'll tell you,
you
going strong.
You got all kinds of brownie points on that one. It was for her boyfriend's mother. So anyway, brownie point.
Woo!
Anyway,
I lived it.
There you go.
Another day.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Anyway, so
all right.
We're gonna add a little bit of that.
Taylor, how are we doing in the booth? I know you just said something to me, but I missed what you
said. Wrap it up. Anyway, so there's that. Well, you're doing good. So you didn't go tall this time like you said you were.
All right, you know what, Chris? Taylor wanted to know if there's a secret to keeping orchids alive, because...
Don't overwater them is the main thing. A lot of people overwater them. They don't like a lot of water, and you just put them just like, they always say to do an ice cube, but really you can put just a dab of water weekly in it, and it's really just to moisten the roots in the bottom, but they don't like to sit in water at all. That makes a mold and a fungus grow, and then it kills the plant.
Really?
Yeah.
And how about sunlight for those orchids? How do they like?
They do. You know, it's kind of like growing a violet. Either you got a great place and they'll grow forever, or you got a place and they're like, didn't work for me. So it's
so
kind of trial and error.
I mean, really.
They're really not that finicky. That's the problem. I think people work too hard at it on the orchids.
All right, we got another question in the booth.
Warm water. I love Q&As. Give them to me all day long.
Warm water or room temperature water, cold water? What do they like?
Warm water, not warm water, but just normal tap water.
All right.
Although they put ice cubes on it, so I guess you could do ice cubes too.
Okay. Oh, that's true. All right. Taylor said she's going to try.
We should do maybe call-ins from now on. We can't do
I got to call in. It's in my ear.
Call-ins local, though. We're a day behind. We have a problem with that, wouldn't we? Anyway.
Look at this. I'm twinning you today.
Well, good.
We match.
And actually, you know what? We've got some design classes coming up. We've got some private ones coming up. But we also have our monthly. And I think you should come take my design class, and I'll give it to you for free.
Oh, well, I think we should do that. Trey, can we do that? Okay, Trey
there you go.
Daddy said it was all right.
Daddy said, so let's go. Anyway, all right.
Always great to see you.
All right,
Thank
you too,
so
dear.
much. What a treat. There is still so much summer left to celebrate, so go out and take advantage of the season. For more inspiration designs, custom florals, and more, visit norwoodday.com or check out their store off Cantrell Road to stock up on summer colors and seasonal decor.
That's right.
Now don't go far. Waldo is missing again. We'll tell you where to start your search, how to play, and what you could win when Arkansas Style continues. We'll be right back.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. If you've ever read a Where's Waldo book, you know the thrill of spotting that famous red and white striped shirt hidden in plain sight. Now Wordsworth Book is bringing back that classic scavenger hunt to life with its annual Find Waldo local event, encouraging families to explore dozens of local businesses all month long. Lynn Phillips, co-owner of Wordsworth Books, is here now and going to share how we can join in on the fun.
Yeah.
I like your friend.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I always like to bring him along. Yeah, since we're looking for Waldo now. So Waldo's going to be hiding in more than 25 businesses in the Heights, Soma, and some other parts of town. This is not the Waldo who's hiding. This would make it really, really easy to find him. He's this big.
Okay.
So Waldo's going to be hiding in a lot of businesses around town. And in Wordsworth, his wizard Whitebeard, who's another Find Waldo character, will be hiding at Wordsworth. So when you start, and this is, by the way, I mean, everyone thinks this is for kids, but we have kids of all ages who hunt for Waldo. I mean, Trey was just talking about how much he loved Waldo like they'd get a new Waldo book on a road trip. I said, you can hunt for Waldo, and so you get a stamp card. This is a stamp card, and it has all the businesses inside that are participating. And you just go to all these businesses, you look for Waldo, he's hiding, and when you do, you get it, stamped and get to win some fun prizes.
What a great way to connect the community to books, to learning, to a little excitement, family friendly, of course. Let's rewind just a little bit.
Sure.
Can you kind of tell us the story of Waldo?
So Waldo is, of course, this character in these books where Waldo hides in these pages here, and the fun is to go through and try to find Waldo in all of these little things. I don't know how long it would take for us to look through this page and find Waldo.
So is that how it began?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just so fun. Martin Hanford is the author, and it just started with a basic where's Waldo, and now there are so many different books, travel books. There are national park books. It's find Waldo in all of these different places.
Listen, that is ageless entertainment for sure. I love those hidden picture types of things.
Yeah.
And attach it to a scavenger hunt. We're actually getting out into the community to find Waldo.
Yeah.
What a great idea. So let's talk about some of the businesses that are participating because, again, kudos to everybody who wants to participate.
Yeah, we're really lucky. We have a core group of businesses that love this every single year and are so excited to participate. I will tell you, the banks are the most excited. You have no idea how excited they get. And I think part of it is because these days, people aren't going into bank branches. And it's the bank. It's not the most fun, exciting place. So for them to be able to hide Waldo and have families come in and look, they get so creative. One of the banks actually had Waldo pretend to be the teller, when kids first started to come in. So Waldo was there at the teller, counter, being, doing transactions. And
look at everybody getting in on the fun. And a special
fun.
bank in particular, including Heights Taco and Tamale. Let's give them a shout out.
Yes. So First Horizon Bank and Heights Taco and Tamale sponsored the printing of our passports, which is really, really helpful because, printing's not cheap, and it's a way for them to really help out with the Find Waldo. And then we have most of the businesses donate gift cards or other prizes. So if you find Waldo in 20 businesses, then you're entered to win a prize basket, and we'll have several different, we try to make sure that everybody who finishes gets something, whether it's a Waldo book or a gift card. We've got Loblolly has given us tokens for free ice cream scoops, and
Say less.
yeah, exactly, right? I mean, that's all
less
we
for
need
sure.
is
All right, well, Lynn, we've got
Loblolly.
all these great details. Let's get specific. How can people participate?
So you can come by Wordsworth Books or any of the participating businesses, pick up your stamp card, and then just start hitting all these great places and find your Waldo. And then when you get 10, you bring it back to Wordsworth. You get one of these fun, I'll make sure I hold it up right side up, posters where you can look for Waldo and all of his little buddies. And then if you find Waldo in 20 places, you bring it back to us and you'll be entered to win those prizes that I talked about.
So much
And we're
fun.
having a party. I'm sorry.
A party?
We're having a party August 1st at 3 o'clock to wrap it all up. So we'll have games and fun. We'll have refreshments, and we'll do the prize drawing.
Lynn, I just adore you, and I adore what you do for our community and for all of our book lovers too. Really inspirational.
It's the best thing I've ever done. Doesn't? Yeah.
I can tell. It shows. Pick a job that you love. You'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
This is it.
I'm
Lynn,
living proof.
great to see you, honey.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
Well, this sounds like a great way to spend time together as a family while supporting some wonderful local businesses. To pick up your stamp cards, see the full list of participating locations, or learn more about Find Waldo, visit wordsworthbookstore.com or visit them in the Heights. Now, still ahead, glass slippers, fairy godmothers, and plenty of talent. We're taking a trip to the ballroom as the Royal Theatre prepares to open Cinderella Youth Edition. Get ready to meet some of the young cast and crew bringing this classic story to life. Stay with us, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Now, there's something magical about watching a classic fairy tale come to life, especially when the stars of the show are some of Central Arkansas's brightest young performers. The Royal Theatre's young players are bringing Cinderella Youth Edition to the stage this month, giving dozens of local students the chance to shine both on stage and behind the scenes. Joining us now with the inside scoop is choreographer Amelia Lissaway, along with cast members Allison Campbell and Dakota Phillips. All right, ladies, well, this is going to be fun. Amelia, great to see you, honey.
Yeah, you too. It's been a minute.
I know, without the tiara, our Miss Arkansas teen has graduated.
Yes.
And now you are working at the Royal Theatre on this production. First of all, can you tell us about the mission of the Royal Theatre?
Yeah, so the Royal Theatre, especially the young players part of it, is all about education. And so that's what's really cool about Cinderella, actually, is most of the show is ran by either current or former young players. So our music director is a former young player. We have an assistant director, a student director, and she actually got to help block one of the scenes. And you know, all of our backstage hands are current young players. And so it's all about educating people about theater and, you know, theater etiquette and all of that stuff. And so we really give people the opportunity to put that into play. I mean, and also I forgot to mention myself, but I'm a former young player as well, and I did the choreography for this show. And so it's been kind of fun to see, you know, some of the people that I did shows with as well, you know, getting to work with the show.
Exactly. I mean, you lending your talents and giving back to the theater, what a gift. So what's it been like to be the choreographer of this show, and what's the show about?
Yeah, so it's a Cinderella story, you know, the greatest love story ever told. I'll let the girls tell you a little bit about that more, but the choreography for this one was a little bit different just because it's the Rodgers and Hammerstein version, so it's less musically, you know, if that ensures a couple more people come, because, you know, sometimes people don't vibe with the musicals. But this one, there's a lot of singing, but it's not your typical theater production, you know, like there's waltzing and there's more of kind of a time period dancing for this. Girls, do you want to share anything about maybe your favorite part of the show?
I know my personal favorite part is there's a scene where I get to argue with one of my best friends, and so it's super fun being able to switch into that kind of role and be able to talk to her in a different way and be able to act in a different way than I normally do.
Allison, who do you play in the?
I play.
We don't already kind of have a hint.
I play the evil stepmother, so I get to be a little evil on stage.
We found
Very
her
fun.
hairstyle on Instagram Reels.
Yes.
Really nailed it. Nailed it. Well, you look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Dakota, how about you?
Well, my favorite part of Cinderella is I've gotten the opportunity to sit in the audience during practices sometimes and to watch the other cast do the show. So I get to see how great the show is coming along and how great like what we're doing on stage, and it's really fun.
Who do you play in the show?
I'm an evil stepsister.
What? Okay.
We've got all the evil girls here.
Amelia, what's also special about the young players, you have a double cast. What does this mean?
Okay, so whenever we do auditions, you know, we like to give everyone as many opportunities as possible. You know, it's hard whenever so many kids come into auditions with so much talent. And so you're like, well, I don't want to just give this role to one person, you know? And so we have 40 kids actually in the production, and, you know, we're double cast, so we have two different people, and 1 week is going to be one cast, and then the other week is going to be another cast. And, you know, the kind of fun part about that also is that it allows people to have a little bit more conflicts as usual, just because it is a kids show, so we're very lenient on the fact that, you know, like kids are going places and kids are experiencing other things, and so we keep the door open for other opportunities as well, but you know, we also teach them the importance of being there and, you know, putting all their effort into the show.
Listen, folks at home, I want to tell you that I have been to the Royal Theater. I've seen what you do there. Don't be fooled by the fact that it is the Young Players edition, because these ladies and gentlemen in the show are equally as talented as anything you might see anywhere else. I absolutely love the setting of the Royal Theater. Amelia, let's describe, you know, what it's like inside the theater, and of course, tell people when they can come see the show.
Okay, so a little fun fact, the theater is actually over 100 years old. And so as you can imagine, it was a little run down, but we've actually added some new additions to the theater. We just redid the marquee. We've got some new seating in there. And so, you know, it still has that kind of vintage vibe. You know, people don't like to call it old nowadays. They like the word vintage. But the Royal is definitely vintage, but it's also in kind of the heart of Benton, which is downtown Benton. And so you have all of the cute boutiques around there, and you have, you know, the courthouse. And so we actually got to go and take some promo pictures yesterday that we're gonna post before the show starts and before opening night. And it was really cool because it's all kind of a little time period, you know, because downtown Benton's so old.
Love it. All right, well, of course, Benton, charming neighborhood, but let's invite them out to Cinderella so they can come see the show. When is it?
Okay, so it is from July 9th to July 19th, and there's 8 shows. So you have plenty of opportunities to come see the show. You can go to theroyaltheater.org to buy your tickets. Tickets start at $10 for children and go up from there from adults. But we're going to have so many fun things there, like magic wands, cookies to benefit the young players going to New York. And so you have lots of opportunities to come see the show, and we have matinee performances, night performances, so
love it. Well, Dakota, Allison, good luck with the show. Great to meet you. Amelia, I just adore you and what you do. Hi to your mom. All right, well, we cannot wait to see the young performers bring this classic story to life. Again, Cinderella Youth Edition runs July 9th through the 19th at the Royal Theater in downtown Benton. For show times, tickets, or information about the Royal Tea Party, visit theroyaltheater.org. Now, coming up next, whether you're dreaming of a spa-like shower or simply want a safer space to start your day, we'll show you how Bath Makeover is helping homeowners do both. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Summer is a popular time for home improvement projects, and if your bathroom has been on your to-do list, now might be the perfect time to make it happen. From modern upgrades to safe, accessible designs, Bath Makeover has been helping homeowners create beautiful spaces they can enjoy for years to come. And today they've got some big summer savings to share. Please welcome Chuck Stager, Sales Manager with Bath Makeover, who is joining us with all the details. Chuck, great to see you.
Good to see you again.
You know I love this conversation.
Always, always.
All right, well, let's reintroduce to people to what Bath Makeover really does.
Yeah, we are the largest bath company founded here in Arkansas. A lot of what we do are taking out tubs and putting in showers just to make them safer. We can do upgrades. There's not a bathroom project that's not made for us. Look
at that, our very own homegrown too. And you are growing by leaps and bounds. Let's brag on you a little bit.
We are. We opened up our 3rd location last year. We are on Inc. 5000's fastest growing companies in America, 4 years straight now. Just had our customer appreciation event out at I almost said Brady Winder, out at Dickey Stevens, where we had over 100 of our customers come out and spend some time with us.
I love it. All right, well, folks at home, you might have seen Chuck on the show before. You might have heard Bath Makeover, but I'm wondering why you haven't picked up the phone and called because, again, they've got some amazing summer savings to offer. But first of all, let's tour some of the product options that you brought in.
Without a doubt. We have our amazing Italian culture. We call this our Grazie line. For those looking for more of a high-end product, then we go into acrylic. Acrylic's about 85% of what we do. We have our beautiful Santorini, our Tuscany. This is a new color, and it's probably our most polarizing. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's called Horizon Beige. And then people love the look of tile but hate the cleaning and everything. So we have our Othello there where we laser etch the acrylic and make it look like tile without all the grout cleaning. And then I love the Trinity line. That is our newest line. Those are actually aluminum walls printed with a 3D printer. Most 3D printers print at 4 colors. That's printed with 40 colors. It's just absolutely beautiful. Gives you a high luster finish.
Look at this, folks at home. Look at it on the back, what this product looks like. I mean, the technology is ever changing, but Bath Makeover really wants you to get the bathroom of your dreams. Here's the beautiful thing is that it's so easy for us to call and have you out, and it's a quick, painless process.
100% give us a call. I'll send it out one of my design consultants. We spend about 45 minutes with you, not only figuring out what you want, but what you need, and then designing the perfect bathroom for you.
Yeah, and Chuck, you're also able to do this because you're an American-made product.
We are American-made, and I talked about all 3 of our lines. Not only are they all 3 American-made, but they all come with a lifetime warranty, and then we put our own 5-year workmanship warranty on top of it.
Folks at home, that's a big deal. I mean, really and truly, when you're talking about remodeling your bath, you know, of course you want it to look great, but you want it to last a lifetime. And a lot of our seniors want to age in place, so this is a great option for them too.
It really is. Not only can we make a bathroom beautiful, which everybody wants, but we can make it safe. We can add safety bars. We can add seats. We can do handhelds. The nice thing about us is we customize every shower to the customer's specific needs. So if we need a roll-in shower, we can do that. If we need a walk-in tub, we also do those. So.
Yeah. All right, well, Chuck, again, I teased a little bit about your summer savings event. What's involved?
Yeah, it's our 60-60-60 sale. So 60% off of installation. You get 60-month financing right now, so we can pay this out over time if we need to. You also get a $60 gift card with purchase. But we're going to throw an additional $50 gift card on top of that. The great thing is, have us out now, take advantage of our 60-60-60 sale, but we're going to give you a price lock guarantee. That means we're going to give you all the discounts, and we're going to make your price good for a year in case this is something you need to plan out.
Exactly, Chuck. I mean, again, this is an investment in your home, but as Chuck is saying, now is the time to start planning because, again, you can enjoy all those savings. And the savings don't just stop for regular old people like me. You're very generous where our military and our seniors are concerned, too.
100%. We always like to give a shout out to our military and those who serve and thank them for their service. So we do have military and, of course, senior discounts available that you can add on top of our 60-60-60 sale.
Absolutely beautiful. You don't just do residential work, too. You do commercial.
Yes, we do a lot of work right now with our housing authorities here in Arkansas. We can go in hotels. We can do senior living centers. Once again, there's just not a bathroom that's not made for us.
Chuck, again, I love our conversations. We can invite people out to come see you in person at Walmart.
100%. We have our new design center at Walmart over on Bowman and Canis. Come out there, you can see the product, touch the product, and then have one of us out once again to design that bathroom of your dreams and take advantage of getting that free gift card right now just for having us out.
I love it. One more thing I want to touch on, rapid response. What does this mean?
Rapid response. So we have a product that is ready to go for you. You need it quickly, we have it. We have 3 colors in it. It's still a beautiful shower. We can still make it accessible. Everything goes in line with what we've been talking about, the lifetime warranty, the workmanship warranty, but we can just get a little bit faster to you.
Fantastic. Well, Chuck, again, always enjoy our conversations and continued success.
Thank you, and I'm looking forward to the next time.
I love it. Again, whether you're planning for the future or just ready to update outdated space, a safer bathroom doesn't have to come at the expense of style or comfort. To learn more about Bath Makeover's summer savings event, visit bathmakeoverar.com or call 1-800-258-1873. Hot flashes are a hot topic when talking about menopause. There might be a therapy that can help you that might surprise you. We'll discuss next. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Recently, it came to my attention that a low dose of anti-anxiety medicine might help ward off hot flashes. I, of course, was skeptical, so I knew just the person to ask. UAMS cardiologist Dr. Jean Way is here to discuss. True or false, girl? Can an anti-anxiety medicine help hot flashes?
Yes, it can. And the reason it can is because it allows you to kind of calm down your autonomic nervous system. That helps to raise your heart rate, helps you, perspire, helps you to do all the things that you're supposed to do in that kind of a situation. Now, it's good if you can do that and it works, so people are happy. I have a couple other options you might want to consider. Another one is a fairly new medication that's come on the market. It is a, let me explain. In your brain, up here.
That's why she's the doctor. She knows where the brain's at.
Yeah, okay. There is a area that's called the hypothalamus. It is where your thermostat really is. It controls the temperature for the rest of your body. There are a couple cell types there that will respond. So they have a new medication out in the market now that will stimulate those cells. These are bradykinin cells, and they will kind of help you to reduce the thermostat, if you will, and then you won't be so, hot and bothered, so to speak. Now, there's another option, and this is the option I have previously mentioned, which is you can take a simple ice cube, put it in a little baggie, put it right here on your sternum. There is a junction of your sternum where it's bone and then it's cartilage, okay? Right there, there's a differential response to the change in temperature between the bone and the cartilage. So if you put a little bit of coolness there, voila.
And that's
it works. Everybody who's tried it has told me it works. Couple other advantages. First of all, there's no side effects. I mean, you're not going to get a drug side effect, no toxicity. Second of all, you can do it again. If if it comes back, you just do it again. It's like it works instantaneously, and it's non-toxic.
Maybe I should understand the biology behind why we're even getting these hot flashes. What's happening to our body?
Okay, so the reason we get these hot flashes is because we're used to, all of us women, men too, we're used to having these hormones that kind of regulate and modulate, very fine tuning of the way that we respond, okay? So as we change, we might show a little more vigorous response or a little bit less vigorous of a response. And when that happens is when some of us can get really, sweaty or whatever. So
what I find interesting is that the part that they didn't tell me about hot flashes is that there's a cold flash that follows it. You go from super, super hot to freezing cold.
Yes, it's
very hard to
true.
regulate your body when you're going through those extremes.
It is true, and it makes you a little bit edgy. It makes you a little bit not happy.
Not true. I'm happy all the time. Okay, well that explains some things too.
Yes.
I mean, it is an uncomfortable situation,
Yes.
but when the doctor had mentioned, that if it becomes to where it, interferes with your day-to-day, this anxiety medicine might be
Yes.
something. It just somehow I didn't connect those
works.
dots, but I think a lot of
works.
people will try different methods to
Yes,
try and calm
but
that
any
down.
of those will work, and it depends on what you want to try.
Well, here in Arkansas, we definitely want to be walking around with an ice cube on our chest all summer long. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
unbearable.
Well, no, you can have a little glass, like a shot glass or a little juice glass. It doesn't have to be ice. It could just be cold water.
Yeah, or the washcloth you mentioned too.
Yes, that
That's
works
for
too.
me.
All
as
you
well.
got to do is have a lower temperature right here, right here. The other thing is when you go to sleep at night, try to have something that's open chest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll help to keep you from sweating too.
Smart. Well, Dr. Way, thank you for the insight, as
You're
always.
so welcome.
And, of course, your friendship.
Yes,
Appreciate you
of course.
so much.
Thank you.
As always, Dr. Way will join us again next week to answer more of our medical questions and concerns. So if you or a friend have anything you're curious about, just send us a message on social media and we'll make sure to cover it in one of our upcoming segments. Now, when we come back, we're talking about the little things that can create big tension in a relationship. Charlie Simpson joins us with simple ways to keep pet peeves from becoming major problems. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Now, every relationship has them. You know, those everyday little habits that drive your partner up the wall. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Whether it's leaving the dishes in the sink or constantly running late, those small annoyances can start to feel a lot bigger over time. So today, Charlie Simpson with the Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center is here to help us navigate those everyday pet peeves before they turn into bigger problems. All right, Charlie, you're right.
You don't have any, huh?
Calling me out.
I mean, we have a list of common pet peeves. It's really interesting, but like, as you see the list, it's like leaving the dirty dishes in the dishwasher, you know, not putting things away, you know, being critical. So there are some okay pet peeves, and then there's some intense pet peeves, like not listening, you know, if you're interrupting, being late all the time, you know, not being honest. For some people, or trustworthy. So there's just kind of a spectrum of different, you know, pet peeves that can really impact.
That's quite a list, I will say.
Yeah. Any of them stand out?
I don't recognize myself in any of that.
You don't. Look at you.
No, of course. But why are they so common, pet peeves?
I mean, we just have our differences, just growing up and just our habits and just kind of our expectations. And when we take that into a relationship, oftentimes it might not sit well with your partner. You know, mine was, my wife's pet peeve for me was talking with my mouth full.
Larikas likes that one.
So when she saw that, it was just kind of like a little turn off for her. But she's learned to accept it, and I've learned to kind of manage it. But for me, do not leave the lights on if you're not in the room. Larica said that's him too.
Yep.
That was just and you know, when you first start the relationship, those pet peeves just kind of like flash all the time. But as you go through the relationship, you just kind of learn how to manage it. So like 19 years in marriage right now, it's just kind of like, if the light is on, we just pay the bill and move on.
But no, truly, how do people in their relationships try to manage and mitigate these pet peeves?
The first step is to be aware of your own pet peeves. You know, I know what my pet peeves are to my wife. So if I do it accidentally, then it could just be, hey, I apologize on that, you know, and trying to fix the situation so I don't do it again. But more importantly, and this is a powerful one, you have to talk to your partner about these pet peeves. We can't just slide them under the rug and just act like they're not happening. But when they do happen, couples have to find ways that they can talk about it and, you know, walk away from those pet peeves and be okay. And then the last one is just compromise. You got to find some type of middle ground. You know, when you're dealing with just kind of being late all the time, is it, hey, why don't you drive your car, I'll drive my car, you know, type of thing. But just trying to find ways to really be there for each other, even with those differences and those pet peeves, and not allowing them to, you know, fester in the relationship.
You know, I always like to find a little of the humor, and I've told this story before. It's the cutest story. And a girlfriend of mine and her husband, they put up this tent in the bedroom when their kids were little, and the kids had like a little tent sleepover or whatever. And she kept saying to the husband after the tent sleepover was over, days later, take the tent down, you know? And one day he started to get a little frisky with her, and she just looked at him and just pointed to the tent. I'm telling you, that tent came down real fast.
Hey, that's a compromise right there. You compromise pretty quickly. But I mean, couples just got to find their own ways. And, you know, if they can laugh at things like that and get things done, then, you know, so be it. So,
Yeah, and again, I think the awareness part, you know, a lot of times we don't realize that what we're doing can be
Right.
bothersome. And so, you know, having that
Right.
communication, how do you gently say to somebody, like, that bothers me?
You know, you focus on the positive qualities. If I can find the positives and I can say, okay, you know, you might leave a light on when you're not in there, but at least, you know, you turn it off whenever we're in the bedroom, or just some positive quality. But if you can find those positives, it just kind of helps with eliminating those pet peeves. And don't sweat the small stuff.
Yes.
You know, don't sweat it. You know, you don't want those pet peeves to pile up to the point where it really just impacts the relationship. Be willing to forgive. You know, we do have to forgive, especially if there's a pet peeve that really impacts the relationship. You know, I forgot to pick up my partner from the airport, and you know, something of that sort can really kind of turn into something big. But once again, that communication piece, openly making sure we are communicating with it. And if you're having a difficult time with those things, with pet peeves, with anything that's impacting the relationship, you know, seek somebody that can help, a professional that can help navigate through it.
Love it. Well, Charlie, great conversation. Enjoyed
Good
it,
one.
as always.
Good one.
Again, don't let the little things come between you and the person you love. For more information about the services available through Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center, or to schedule an appointment, you can scan the QR code on your screen or visit arkansasrelationshipcenter.com. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Thank you all so much for joining us today, and to all of our guests and sponsors who joined us in studio. Now, don't forget to follow us on social media or visit our website for clips of the show that you may have missed or just want to rewatch for a second time. We will see you all again next time. With love. Mwah.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Style with Nicole Neiman. Furniture provided by Hank's Fine Furniture. Fresh flowers provided by Norwood Day Floral Company.